There's only one thing I'm upset about today, Corey. It's the fact that we don't have any music playing. What do you want to listen to? You should do it on your end. My end doesn't play it through, right?
All right.
I gotta figure that out. I like
that's weird, eh?
Yeah, it's a new Mac computer thing.
Freaking weird. I mean, so what's dance pop like?
That'll wake you up on a Thursday morning,
right? Oh yeah.
It's funny because, like, you know, my daughter, she likes to dance a lot, but today I just wanted some nostalgic music, so she was cooking, so I threw on Banana Pancakes from Jack Johnson, as you do.
Nice.
And then it started popping up all of the, you know, music on YouTube that I listened to, and some really good ones that I had like totally forgot about, like Sam Roberts. I don't know if you've ever heard of Sam Roberts.
I don't know if I have.
They've got a great song called American Draft Dodger in Thunder Bay. I think it's really good. Yeah, Fat Freddy's Drop popped up, like Goche, like so many things that I haven't heard of in years. And, you know, she was super excited. She's like, Daddy's music. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty cool, actually. So yeah, I'm grateful for nostalgia today, actually.
Hey, we're about to go up a level here,
right?
Crazy pants.
Good morning, Charm City Coach. If you guys have any builds that you want us to check out too, pop them in the comments.
Right? Oh yeah, sorry. Whew.
I've been I started a new series a few weeks back called Roundabout Impressions.
Yeah.
I just wander in and around the UpLift, and I just go to these places and then I write articles. So the last one that I did today was actually in UpLift, and I was headed somewhere else. I was headed to find a build that I found on the shop list that I wanted to feature. And I was on the rails, and all of a sudden there was this giant, massive sword just sticking out of some, like, you know, hole in the ground with a thing that was built around it. So I was like, that's really cool. Got to stop and check that out.
Right.
And I was like, wait a minute, I know that sword. And I thought it was like the Thundercat sword, because, you know, I grew up in the 80s. Like, swords were a thing if you were watching cartoons in the 80s in North America. You know, He-Man, Voltron, even She-Ra, Thundercats, like some really cool swords. And so it sent me down a 1 hour trip on memory lane, watching old intros to some of these cartoons and trying to figure out which sword it was. It wasn't Thundercats, but I mean, it was pretty close. So that was fun. So yeah, nostalgia everywhere today.
That's fun.
It was a really cool blog post. In the end, after I wrote it, I went to put the coordinates down, and I realized it's our good friend Max Life's plot.
That's cool.
It was built by Darkness Rising and AC, who have been building some cool stuff. They're part of the Theta community that joins us in the UpLift. So yeah, it was really cool. Definitely go check it out. And I like it. Like, it was quite fun because I got to a sec here. I got to, you know, feature the article the way that I saw it. And the way that I saw it was quite simply this massive sword sticking out of the ground that reminded me of something in my childhood. And it's huge, right? And of course,
it does. You said Thundercats. It totally looks like Thundercats,
right? And so I had to throw the intro in there for anyone who doesn't know.
That's awesome.
It's a total Thundercat sword, a little bit different, but yeah, it was a great build. It's awesome. Massive. It's just this massive sword sticking out of the ground, and like, it's really cool because the lava on the blade like glows and flows at night, which is really awesome. So
that's cool.
It was really cool.
Those are great shots too.
It was super fun. So as well, if you guys have any roundabout impressions in the UpLift, feel free to throw them up our way.
Cool beans, broheems.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You had a busy night last night, or a busy morning yesterday, I guess.
Yeah, we had Nefty was on the show first thing. That was great. Actually, we had a really good conversation. And then we had Bullshipples and Bad Gifter on. And that was a really fun conversation too.
Yeah, you had
Both badasses.
Yeah, DeFi Brad, right?
Oh yeah, sorry. Nefty was the day before. Yeah, sorry. DeFi Brad was first.
Yeah.
Everything's kind of blended together.
Yeah, well, if you haven't watched it, definitely go watch the Nefty show that was on Tuesday. I mean, that was great. We always love having him on. And we probably gonna do some cool stuff on where we had all the alpha to try to feature them a little bit more. And yeah, definitely cool. And so yeah, Bad Gifter, I'm kind of sorry I missed that. I was a little bit under the weather, but I'll have to go and watch it back. Give us the 30-second overview, because it was a bit of a blue deck kind of update, right?
Yeah, so we talked about our land. We kind of went into the weeds on just what it's like to build in this space and the different cycles. If you've been through more than one, what that is like, and they're going multi-chain much in the same way that we're planning on going. Fuck maximalism. Also, by the way, I posted the Digicon thing. We're going to be at Digicon, which is like a virtual kind of conference thing or whatever. This weekend, Nefty actually invited us to come join him there. So we got our booth that we're putting up there. I put the link in the comments. But yeah, in the fuck maximalism thing, shitcoin is in a couple weeks. So if you're anywhere near Miami, if you can get to Miami, 5th and 6th of April, come and hang out with Ken and all the crazy psychos. And I'm gonna be hanging out with NFT the movie. They wanted to talk to me again today for some reason. They're super excited about the UpLift, which is pretty fun.
Cool. Yeah, so if you don't know, Shitcoin 2022, this will be the second year that the conference happens in Wynwood in Miami. Actually, Corey's going to do an NFT game day with Ken tomorrow at 12 noon. I'll be sleeping. But you guys should definitely check it out on this channel. And you might actually go live with him, you said today as well.
Yeah, I think I might be on his show today. I'm not 100% sure. I just pinged him and asked him what the fuck was going on. What's going on, motherfuckers? Yeah,
cool. And it's a pretty star-studded lineup. I mean, if you go over to the Shitcoin website, see if I can pull it up here. There's a bunch of our friends are there. Miss Teen Crypto is there.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Oh, that didn't work. So it did. Sorry, just like it's shitcoinconf.com. Because the space belongs to us too. It's a really good point, actually. Cool. I'll put that in the descriptor as well.
Awesome. So excellent.
But I mean, yeah. Like, what else is new? I like it's been kind of a slow week, which is kind of nice, to be honest.
Not for me. I've been in all sorts of meetings the last little bit. ApeCoin's coming out today. Maybe a blue DAC pool for Lithium and ApeCoin. You'd have to get ApeCoin off of Ethereum and onto Wax for us to do that. Although who knows, maybe we'll have an iteration on there. Oh, I should say, so Bullshipples and I have been on the blue DAC front. We dropped some hints about where we're going to be taking things for blue DAC. Obviously, DeFi box is on on Wax now. The DeFi space is going to keep heating up, so we want to start focusing on the things that are kind of core competencies for us, which is going to be a lot to do with NFTs and collabs being mixed in with DeFi, which is going to be a lot of fun. Anyway, yeah, ApeCoin. I mean, it'll probably do pretty good, and yep.
I mean, they are things. Those apes. They've done okay.
Yeah, it's $1 billion market cap or some fucking crazy shit. So yeah, something like that. Yeah, no, they're doing good. And so yeah, I mean that that speaks again to the whole multi-chain thing, right? Like that we're gonna have some presence on Ethereum. We're gonna have some presence on Polygon. Bad Gifter was talking about even going over to Solana and doing some stuff over there. Although again, like if they can keep the thing turned on, I'd want to see a little bit more, uptime. But I mean, I'm not against it. And of course, this is where I'm contractually obliged by my friend Jimmy to mention Terra, which is not a terrible idea either, right? So we want to be everywhere. We were talking yesterday about the fact that, like, after the odds and end sale, like, and I think we're gonna adapt Thune so that it might be a smaller map than the 5 kilometer behemoth that it is now. I don't think we're gonna make any new worlds on Wax this year. And maybe not for significantly longer than that. Like, we've got a lot of work to do. Realizing the dream of being multi-chain, that's going to bring so many more people into our ecosystem than releasing any more on Wax. There's tons on here, so why would we, right? Like, we could just go in and start basically creating way more network effect by going to other chains with whole other communities and networks of communities and projects and right. So I'm pretty stoked about that.
Now, that does open up a really interesting possibility, though, because when you get people from Ethereum coming in and plugging into entering the UpLift world, they'll be able to jump over to these Wax worlds or these Solana worlds or all of these other worlds.
You'll be able to walk from one to the other. Yeah.
Which would be really cool. So it'll be it'll be connecting all of these ecosystems,
right,
in more ways than one. Which,
right, all the tribes in one place, from like an in-world experience. Right. You'll walk from the from Genesis to the portal hub in Old World to the Ethereum world, right, or to frickin' Bored Ape, the Bored Ape map or whatever it is, right? I think there's going to be ways that we can start to just bring all the tribes together in one spot. That's kind of something that I get super stoked about. It feels like a cool thing to do.
And, I just had a conversation with a great friend of mine today that has developers on almost every chain. So if we need them, I'm just saying.
We will. We definitely will. So, yeah. Who is your friend and how do I send him a gift basket?
Yeah, you already know him. We can talk about that later.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so, stuff. I think there's more. I've been having, like, this morning is definitely one of those mornings where I would have had some coffee. I slept really weird last night. and no coffee this morning.
I almost wish I had time, because I would like to recreate. There's this temple graveyard in Japan, in the south of Kansai, near Koyasan, and it's kind of like where all the rich people go. Like, there's a guy who was to space and he worked with NASA or something, and he's buried there. And there's the guy who started UCC Coffee, and he's buried there. But the interesting thing is all of their tombstones are kind of like monuments to their success. And it would, like, you could actually pick the graveyard up in a non-creepy way and drop it into like a plot in UpLift world, and it would fit right in, right? Like, the guy who went to space, his tombstone is a massive rocket. The guy who created UCC, his tombstone is a massive coffee cup. Like, it's just really awesome.
That's fun.
I mean,
an UpLift graveyard. That'd be weird.
It would be, but it's not a bad idea.
Like, right? Like, what if you just like bought a plot and like, hey, if you want to put a grave up, just like sell spots on it.
There's some really interesting ideas around that.
That's actually weird.
Or like,
right?
maybe BitConnect deserves its own tombstone.
Oh my god, it definitely does. Good riddance, you fucks. Fucking BitConnect. Oh my god.
It's still tradable though, which is crazy, right? Like, it's not.
That's decentralized tokens. Like, once it's out there, it's out there. You can't do anything, about that, which is interesting. Can you imagine being part of the diehard like BitConnect community? Like, no, it's gonna moon. Like, oh, pumpkin.
NRFB Toy Store, welcome. I did a post not so long ago on you as well. You've got some really cool builds, especially Genesis and across the world. So reach out if you want to, tell your story. Otherwise, we'll just keep filming them through Jimmy's lens. But yeah, it's pretty cool builds over there. What do you want to do? You want to call it a day? You want to go visit something?
Yeah, let's maybe call it. I'm starting to get backed up already on a bunch of shit I got to try and get done today. So yeah, maybe we'll just leave it here this morning. Welcome to the super fast update. It's good to see Roger and Toy Store and Mello, and you guys are awesome. Triumph City Coach.
Yeah, and so if you haven't had the time, go back to check out the last 3 episodes that aired on this channel: the Nifty Blocks Shop Talk with Nifty Blocks, the DeFi with DeFi Brad, and the Bullshipples and Bad Gifter. Our Land is Ascended cast.
Yeah, but they were all super fun.
And
Joe.
I'll be probably going live later, 10:30ish with Sean over on the Meta Collect Writer channel to dive into the edge of obscurity and beyond. If you want, feel free to come over there. We air on Zoom every week. Also, I will be hosting, well, at least Evil Rose over on the Jenner EOS channel next week on Monday evening at 8 p.m. If you want to come and dive into some blue paper hardcore EOS stuff, that would be good. Corey and I will be back on Monday for Monday Morning and Chill. And Corey will be here on Saturday, and we'll be at the conference live in the metaverse, which you can find the link below. Let's pop that up one more time. The DigiCon. Come check us out there.
Oh yeah. Man.
Did you do it?
I didn't do it. Did you chop? I'm sorry, I didn't chop. Oh, sorry.